Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
Would you like to hear a promotional sizzle reel for the Pods of Destiny, our Suikoden bonus episode?
Which episode of it?
It would be 8 or 9.
You mean the Wifecast episode?
Yes, the episode where we explain the entire plots of both games to our wives.
Yeah, here, we've got 2 minutes of it, and we explain both games, but this is just from the first game, I think.
Yeah, probably. Emperor Barbarossa, who looks like shit.
Yeah, he's a very upsetting looking man.
Yeah, he's got a big mustache. Looks kind of like Jake the Snake if he did a lot of drugs. Jake the Snake probably did a lot of drugs.
Yeah, so he just looks like Jake the Snake.
Did more drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is Jake the Snake?
Okay.
God damn it. Yep, we're going to go ride a dragon. We're going to rent it from a guy named Futch.
Yeah.
Renting a dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the dragon's name is?
What?
What's a good dragon name?
Kirby.
It's not that. Tiffany, what's your guess?
Snarls.
Dragon's name is Black.
Yes. Brooke thought the fake net was real until this point.
Chris, we got to get going, man. We have to go to Magician Island.
Yeah, we're going to go there to get lick nuts.
No, lick not.
Lick nuts.
Like, you should probably not lick that.
So anyway.
What? Hold on. They get crucified and
No.
then they just get down?
Maria?
Marie?
Yeah,
Maria?
It's a
The
dark and windy
innkeeper?
night, and she gives us safe passage, right?
They
Well,
got whores there?
Victor.
I've never thought a cat looks like a bear. Do you?
You haven't seen this guy.
you haven't seen this.
Okay, Tiffany, what should I do with your body?
Just like roll me into a creek or something.
Well, congratulations, because
Throw me into the river.
You know so many things. Like, how do you remember all the details?
We did a whole fucking podcast about it.
Why does he hate his son?
a lot of people
We'll
have
get-
sons and didn't mean to.
We'll get there.
That doesn't mean you have to hate him.
His son's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, his son sucks.
Yeah.
I hate his son too.
You should have said that.
Fucking yes.
Wow.
Sorry.
The wet
Talk
elf.
about the goddamn
he
wet elf. I'm
he
sorry.
swam across the lake. The only time I ever wanted to fight my dad is when I was playing Command and Conquer Red Alert, and he wanted me to go cut the grass, and I wanted to finish the mission, and he came in and he just turned the PC off.
What the fuck?
You know you do that.
What is a good vampire name for a vampire that loves necking?
Necrophilia?
Close. He's a day walker.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Sonya
You're gonna fight
Schoen.
your father's ex-girlfriend?
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Well, the only reason that they're
Is she like holding on to his jewelry or something?
there's
Well, yeah,
King
blood
or
or
rock?
blood or piss.
Blood,
Either
yeah.
works.
blood or piss, either
Blood
works.
or
Yes.
spit, but not piss.
Wow, that was great. You go to patreon.com/retroam if you want to hear that entire thing. It's like 2.5 hours
Yeah,
long.
about 2.5, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you can get through the whole thing, let us know. Would you like to hear some hot sounds that I've recorded?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Let's play some Mark sounds. Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast discussing classic Japanese role-playing games, chapter by chapter, beat by beat. Welcome back to Season 5. We're covering Xenosaga, Episode 1. My name is Chris. I'm joined by Eric. Hello, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, welcome to the basement.
Thanks. You have LEDs under the table, and my skin was purple when I looked down, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I forgot they were there. It's very nice. Thank you.
Well, I just want to be a gamer, you know?
No, yeah, totally. We can't be inauthentic. We have to represent the true fashion-forward desk.
Yeah. We need some good lighting in the background so that people can see behind the vertical tilted
Bail out.
monitor.
Bail
here.
out. Say something else.
As always, Eric, we're joined by the RealNet, a collective of patrons who are watching us record live here at patreon.com/retroam.
We're also joined by the FakeNet, our post-production AI companion, who digs through the ditches and burns through the witches and slams in the back of Rob Zombie's Dragula in Twisted Metal 4.
Initializing FakeNet.
Dead I am the dog, hound of hell you cry, devil on your back, I can never die.
Chris,
Great. That song's in Twisted Metal? Sounds like a good Twisted Metal song.
Super Beast and Meet the Creeper are in Twisted Metal 3. Then in Twisted Metal 4, they actually put Dragula in it and Rob Zombie, and you could drive the Dragula car that he drove.
Wow. Twisted Metal 4. There's a Twisted Metal 4, eh?
I have never played Twisted Metal 4 despite 2 being one of my favorite games of all time.
Okay, well. Are you going to watch the...
Anthony Mackie series that's already over? No, I'm not.
Okay, it's already over?
It's done. It's out. That came out last summer.
On what network?
FakeNet, what network did that come out on?
Initializing FakeNet.
Peacock.
Could have fooled me.
But Chris, we're not going to a network. We're not even going to the fucking beach. We're going to something we haven't seen in a video game in a very long time.
Foundation.
A world map.
Yeah, that's true. Alan told us that he's heading back to the Elsa to check in on Cosmos, but he says that we should go take a rest, right?
Mm-hmm. Go explore. And we exit the beach, and there is this ominous global hum. This one is significantly different, and it reminds me of being outside in the middle of a field when there's a foot of snow on the ground and nobody around. Just this compact hum, like air bouncing off a sphere of the sky, which, yeah, the Kukai Foundation is a dome, son.
You're giving this game credit for good sound design here, right?
They made multiple different ominous hums, which when there's no music, you better get to work on the hum.
Do you think there was somebody that was really, really inspired to create all these ominous hums, and that's why they didn't put any music in the game?
I think if I had pivoted to an alternate career as like a Foley sound effects guy, which is now very interesting to me that I make podcasts, I would be obsessed with like getting the perfect hum for the right environment.
Yeah.
The perfect static. Because there are 5 destinations all on the east side of this map, and I'm asking you, are you having any Nortune flashbacks?
Oh, are you having whiffs?
I'm asking you if you're having any.
I'm having whiffs.
Let's whiff this up.
I'm whiffing Kislev, or is it Kislev?
Nortune. Kislev. Nortune is the capital of Kislev.
Nortune is the capital of Kislev. The world map is of all Kislev, or the world map is of Kislev? Let's just have a whiff and get it over with, okay? Okay. That's whiff number 20, Eric.
Also potentially a Chrono Cross whiff session, even though we don't have those because there was that future area with that own little world map thing in the sea, the Lost Sea.
The Sea of Eden.
Sure.
Also, you know what the other whiff of Chrono Cross was?
What was that?
Dead Mall.
Dead Mall. Future Mall.
Dead Future Mall, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Have you seen that Folding Ideas video called The Future is a Dead Mall?
Don't know what Folding Ideas is.
He made a very good video about the Decentraland, which was like a metaverse crypto world.
Oh.
And how it was all fucked up and sad.
Just like a real mall.
It's a great video. If you want a snapshot of the failure of like metaverse and crypto stuff, it's a great video to watch.
You've intrigued me. I've put it in my mental playlist of things.
Okay.
But in our current playlist, we can go to Guinan's Private Beach, The Eggs Part Shop and Foundation Robot Academy, City Sector 26 and 27, Launchpad, and one set of skyscrapers up north that we cannot access.
Yes.
Chris, where'd you go first?
I went to City Sector 26 and 27.
City Sector 27.
Yeah, we're here. We're in Delay from Final Fantasy VIII, I think.
Background, urban hum like an idle city street. It's very Delay-ish. Small town city block, cars on the street ranging from one of those fucked up cars from the 30s to a pickup truck. Gas lights burn on the side of the walkway. The truck is idling and it definitely has a gasoline engine.
Is this somebody's fetish?
Gas inside a dome?
Gas inside a dome. Not specifically gas inside of a dome, but did they find some pictures of old-timey time cities and decide to build it because...
This is what I
Why?
want in my future. Do you think it was the fetish of the designer of the Kukai Foundation or the fetish of the designer of the video game?
The designer of the Kukai Foundation is what I'm talking about, but yes, really.
Like this was humanity at its apex is 1936?
Yes, back when there was no racism.
Right, before, yeah definitely.
Yeah. Now that they have all these mutants here that people are
Right.
racist against, excuse me, they're not called mutants, they're called what?
They're referred to as mutants sometimes. I think that's
Uberhumans?
derogatory, but yeah.
Okay. They're going back to simpler times, right?
Right.
Racists.
They just want to have long twirly mustaches, I think. There's also a bar right outside the front called the Iron Man.
Iron Man Bar.
Yeah.
To the left is the R Treasure Shop.
Mm-hmm. Except for
Stoplight.
it's a hotel, but yeah.
Did you take note of the stoplight colors?
I didn't know.
Blue and red.
Blue and red.
What would you do if you approached a blue stoplight? Would you freak out and just exit the car?
Yeah, I would stop and treat it as a four-way stop, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's
there you
probably
go.
the safest thing that you can do. If
Yep.
no one else is stopping, then I guess I'm fucked.
I continue down the street. There's a fucking guy in a cage by 2 dumpsters.
Oh, yeah, the dumpster diving guy. Yeah.
Dumpsterman. Mm-hmm. Then I spoke to all the NPCs on the street. Did you do that?
I did. The first lady I spoke with was outside of the Iron Man bar. And
Purple shirt, green pants.
Probably. She told me that there is a hotel called Our Treasure over there. There were apparently authentic building materials used in this block that director Guinan and Junior collected from real buildings of that time. But I wonder if that's true, she wonders.
Chris, what's more fucked up? If they did that or if they didn't but just told people they did?
I think it's more fucked up if they did that, but they are seekers of ancient knowledge.
Yeah, and plus rich guys, didn't, for all the Apple stores, Steve Jobs excavate some like rare marble from somewhere in Africa and import them because he loved that specific flooring for all of his damn stores?
You could fool me.
Okay, let's go ahead and say that's true.
Yes. The fact that they seek these ancient materials, does that make them fossickers?
I think fossickers have to be in caves.
But what if they found, well, aren't our ancient cities in caves?
Guinan and Junior paid someone else to be in the caves. They are certainly not doing the cave labor.
If
He's
Lost
wearing a fucking suit, Chris.
if Lost Jerusalem is lost, then where the fuck they get this shit?
Mars? I don't know.
So they recreated. They didn't go find old buildings and bring them here, and then they just found the materials.
Real buildings of that time. I mean, maybe they had, like, someone had like a material collection thing, and this is just for their purpose. I'm not sure. The answers may never be found.
Well, anyway, there's another lady outside the bar that says that she heard the bartender is a member of Guinan's fan club. She wonders if his tastes run along those lines, which I think she's saying, does the bartender like to bang guys?
It's fine if he does. Bartenders can bang whoever they like.
It is
as long as
fine.
it's consensual.
But I think that per our previous conversation, like a fan club in the context of Xenosaga is a wants to bang club.
Yeah, wants to bang club.
And then when she starts talking about tastes, that's what leads me to that place.
Taste is a very specific word there. It's a good point.
Yes.
The person next to her, red hair, purple shirt, brown jumper. The bar has been done in poor taste. Everything is so tacky. And Cress, later we're going to walk in that bar and I'm going to have to say, I agree. There's a purple hair guy next to the first person you spoke to. He's kneeling in the foreground working on something. Asks if we're tourists. Says there are a lot of thugs in this sector, and the leader's name is King.
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 He
From
claims
Tekken.
That's
Namco.
right. King. Lionman. No, what is King? Jaguar? What the fuck is King? King's a lion, right?
No, he's a jaguar, I think.
Jaguar, okay.
Yeah. Or cheetah or something of that. A maneless
Spotted,
cat.
yeah. He claims to be diabolical, so you better be careful. This King guy rages about and calls himself the real man behind the foundation.
The real man.
But he can't even tame his own pet, so I wouldn't give it much thought. Child girl standing hands behind back in front of Iron Man?
Is this the crank girl?
Yeah, crank girl. Tell me about the crank.
Yeah. She says that we should only turn the crank if we want to be punched in the face by the bartender.
Yeah, it'll make the bartender very angry. Beat you down with one punch, too.
I indeed want to be punched in the face by the bartender, so I turn the crank to make a bridge out of the things that overhang in front of a store. What are those things called?
Catwalks?
Storefront? No, they're not catwalks because it's like the shade things up in front of the store.
Fake net, what is Chris talking about?
Initializing fake net.
Your mum. I don't know. Whatever. You'll figure it out in 2.5 seconds.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I know it's like a canopy, awning.
Awning. That's
Okay.
what it is.
Yeah, good.
Thanks, Eric.
Guy in orange on all fours on top of the blocks in the bed of the pickup. What's he say?
He says, this foundation is comprised of people like us with special powers and physical abilities. I hear people call us the victims of the Life Recycling Act, but we've never thought of ourselves as victims. Everyone has a place in society. If you think that way, these powers aren't all that bad to have. Everyone already acknowledges the contributions Junior's crew and the Durandal have made to the Federation since the war. They've exterminated a lot of Gnosis, too.
There's one line where he introduces, like, he thinks he should be able to rest a little, so he's apparently doing too much labor, but he's also has well-thought-out opinions about the melting pot of the Kukai Foundation.
This is a gift, not a curse, is what he's saying.
Yeah. He's able to lift more, I think. Unfortunately, he's being worked by the old man who's yelling at him. He says, hey, quit chit-chatting and get to work. Who are you people? You're from the Durandal, aren't you? Do you work on the Durandal? You sure are lucky. We better try harder so we can work there, too. Come on, work harder. Mm-hmm. So the Durandal is a reward for hard workers? Like, you get to go on the spaceship. It's also a sword.
Oh, it's like a hierarchy of worker class people?
Yeah, like if you go down here and throw boxes off pickup trucks for the entire fucking video game, maybe one day you'll get to go on the Durandal.
It's capitalism.
That's right, man. Lady crouched down near purple shit you can blow up.
Oh, yeah, she's looking at like one of those poison canister things.
Yeah.
She tells me to be careful because it's an enemy trap that's effective against poison.
And that tells me we're going to do some stuff here later.
Probably.
Enemies that we'll have to poison.
Yeah.
Did you blow it up?
Oh, of course I did.
What'd she say then?
She gets really sort of, I guess, high, kind of.
Yeah, she says, oh, now you've done it. I warned you not to touch it. Oh, but it's strange. I feel really happy. I feel like we could become really good friends.
I think she's tripping.
That's right.
Yes.
Love dust.
Great. Did you talk to the little girl wandering on the street here?
I think so.
She says that Guinan has a love child.
Oh.
She heard his kid doesn't age at all. Mom was saying that maybe it's a cyborg. I bet Guinan's kid is cool.
I missed that conversation entirely.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of weird. Are they talking about Junior? Is this more Junior bastard mongering?
Yeah, this is, well, not necessarily mongering, but just, the rumor mill. The things that Alan be hearing.
And then repeating. And lady in yellow in front of our treasure. She asks if I'm going to stay at this hotel, and goes on to say this hotel has been losing customers to the new super high-rise hotel that was just built in Sector 36. Quote, it used to be run by the happiest couple on the Foundation, and the hotel had the best service. But a couple years ago, the wife died. And ever since then, The old man's totally lost his spirit. They say he sits and cries in front of a family photo all the time. And Chris, which first off, Jesus. Second, this place is called Our Treasure, and I do love weird store names in JRPGs. I feel like Final Fantasy 7 and 8 did this, and it's neat that there's coherent backstory to a mom and pop shop called Our Treasure.
Yes, I remember also we had the eggs shop called Talk to Me.
Right. Wasn't that repurposed from something else? Doesn't matter.
It was kind of a junk shop that
.com.
had been turned into a egg shop.
Lady in red in front of Our Treasure entrance. She says this hotel isn't very popular, and it can't be helped that most of the tourists go to the other side of the city. You know, they have a huge safe in the middle of a shop, even though they probably aren't making any money. And rumor has it, there's an enormous fortune inside.
Well, I guess that means we're going to be able to pilfer that fortune at some point in this game.
That's right. Keep it in the back of your mind, because this game doesn't throw a thread out there that you can't pull on somewhere later. Finally, I've got the dumpsterman.
Yeah, he's not scrounging for trash.
No way.
Absolutely not.
What's he doing?
He's recycling,
That's
okay?
right, yeah.
He's working. Hey, there's work going on in here. Don't come in. It's dangerous.
Chris, how many times in your life have you been dumpster diving?
Probably. I couldn't say exactly, but I would set the over-under at 1.5. So maybe once, maybe twice.
Been about 7 to 10 for me, I think.
Oh, good. Would you find anything good?
CDRs.
CDRs. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you remember, I don't know if you were with me or not, but we found a bunch of...
Wheelchair. We found a wheelchair one time.
No, there was a discarded family photos, like a whole packet of family photos.
I stole a bunch of family photos from a car in a junkyard that went real bad, but that was a separate incident.
Okay.
What did you find?
We might need to talk about that later.
We'll unpack it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just discarded family photos, and we went and we put them all over somebody's car, like a friend's car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't my car. That's the first time I've heard that story.
No, it was Josh's car, I think.
Anything else, Chris?
I got to look at the brick wall.
Tell me about the wall.
It says
Floyd make it.
It says 229 Loans Street
Hell yeah. Where's that at?
on the brick wall.
FakeNet, where is 229 Lone Street?
Initializing FakeNet.
If you Google it, the only thing that comes up is Xenosaga. 229 Lone Street is in Xenosaga UNOBS.
Interesting. Next area, right? Left?
I went into all the stores here first, but we can go ahead and go to the next area.
No, we can go in the stores. Let's go in the stores.
Go in the stores.
All right, let's go explore the Iron Man bar and speak with the waitress, Mayumi.
It's a normal quiet bar, save the Iron 3 standee pose men thing on the right, complete with an NPC posing in front of it, treasure chest behind the bar. Piano on the left side, blue-haired lady playing.
Except for there's no sound coming out.
That's right. And you want to speak with who first?
The waitress,
What'd she say?
Mayumi. She says she just welcomes me. That's it. That's all Mayumi has.
Okay. I spoke to the pianist next.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
She asked what I thought of her performance, and she says, just kidding, this piano is broken, so it doesn't make a sound. Give it a pretty nice atmosphere, doesn't it? Chris, I believe there absolutely was supposed to be a little piano ditty here, but they made lemonade out of lemons or whatever.
Yeah, I think you're totally correct on that.
Lady by the elevator.
Did you notice also, by the way, that there are a bunch of like black and white old-timey photos on the wall?
Yeah, it's like an Iron Man old-time Western saloon type shit.
Too low res to make out any of the words on them, but you know, they're there nonetheless.
It's in there.
It's in the game.
The lady by the elevator tells me to watch out. This is a cargo elevator, and I can operate it with a switch on the second floor.
Cool. I would love to see a switch on the second floor later in this game.
The lady at the table, pink dress, head in hands. She lost something.
Yeah.
It's the engagement ring her fiancé gave her. Mm-hmm. If he finds out that I lost it, I'm sure he'll be so upset that he'll toss me out like so much garbage.
I wrote the same fucking thing.
The boys are referencing a line from the Xenosaga anime adaptation, which they're covering on Patreon.
Like so much garbage.
If only I hadn't dropped the ring on the beach. If only the fish hadn't taken the ring I dropped in its mouth. If only the fish with the ring hadn't escaped to Director Guinan's private beach, I'd still be happy. What should I do? The fish should be in the waters of Director Guinan's private beach. Chris, for fuck's sake.
What a great little side quest.
Yeah, but she said she, gave us a hint and then just kept pouring on to tell us exactly where the damn ass shit was.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny.
Chris, you ever lost your ring? Your wedding ring?
No.
I have. It was in my sock.
It was in your sock.
I lost it at work. I couldn't figure it out. Came home, took my shoes off. In my sock.
How?
No fucking idea.
Were you scratching the inside of your foot?
I don't know, man. It is unknown, like so much garbage.
Like so much garbage.
I talked to the worker guy at the table.
Yeah.
That tells me that the family that owns the hotel is really amazing. They worked really hard after the mother died. Well, they do say that people who care about each other fight more. He's probably just worried sick about his daughter.
Chris, do you fight more when you're worried sick about your sons?
Yeah. Yes. Answer, yes. There's a guy at the other table. What does he say?
Purple hair, black shirt.
Yeah.
Says Shelley and Mary are really great. They're so beautiful. I envy director Guinan for being able to be with those sisters. I'm in the fan club, and my fan club membership number is in the single digits. Of course I've met the president. Junior, too. Junior is so lucky. He gets to be with those beautiful sisters on the Durandal.
So if you have Junior at the front of your party, his dialogue changes.
Oh.
He says, "Oh, Mr. Junior, nice to meet you. I'm member S143 in the Shelley and Mary fan club. This month's fan club bulletin was really interesting. I particularly liked the specially made hologram of Shelley. It was the best. You certainly have good taste."
Does Junior say, yeah, I don't make any of that shit. They just send it out of the factory. And
Junior says nothing.
Yeah. What I got from this man's thing is, at the Kukai Foundation, Mary and Shelley are Guinan's side piece.
Yes.
Up in the air, in the Durandal, they become Junior's side piece.
Mm-hmm.
A little sharing here, Chris.
A little sharing, or did you think that they're really actually his...
I think they just
his
work...
grimios.
Yeah, I honestly think they're Gremio on the ship. They just work for Junior and help protect him and do actual job shit. And then when they come here, it's just like gross sex with Guinan the entire time.
Yeah. Well, whatever works for Mary and Shelley, I guess.
Sisters, they just, as long as they don't touch, it's fine.
I guess.
Hunchback and purple coat at the bar.
Yeah.
The bartender's long-winded stories are annoying. He boasts about himself every chance he gets. Chris, who's your favorite bartender?
My favorite bartender.
You have a favorite?
Old Mason.
Okay, mine's Mark.
Mark.
Shepherd.
Thanks, Mark.
Shepherd?
Yeah.
Is Mark still tending bars?
He's not 10 bar anymore, no. But he did for a very long time, and goddammit, he was good at it. Talk to the bartender. Hasn't seen me around before. Have you been working out that regularly? You won't make it in this town looking like that. Listen, men have to be strong. You know what I mean, or else you can't protect what's important. Is this like we're trying to do blue-collar district? Or is this just like you look like a scrawny bitch?
I think so.
Okay.
I think the vibe of the Iron Man bar is that you have to be buff or you can't survive in this town. I was wondering if that was Junior-specific dialogue because he said...
Because he's a little weenie.
Be a man, you know.
Hogan?
If you're a man, become a strong man like me, but I guess he says it to everybody.
On the Cho Aniki episode of Retronauts, they were trying to explain what the deal with that game is. Because it's very homoerotic, but the host, I believe, tried to explain it like it's not like a gay thing. There's just like this thing about really strong, tough men in Japan that they think is like a funny or an entertaining aesthetic.
Oh, okay.
So the Iron Man thing could be an extension of that, where it's just like not so much masculinity or homoeroticism, but like muscles and strength and lifting stuff.
Muscles are funny.
Muscles are funny or entertaining or like worthy of the theme of this bar.
UltimateMuscle.com.
I'm always telling the kids in the city, if you're a man, become a man like me. Guy posing by a poster? Says the standee thing?
Yeah, the standees. The standee are three buff dudes called the Iron Three.
I've always admired them ever since I was a kid. I am who I am today thanks to that comic. What do you think of this body? A respectable body compared to the Iron Three, right? If I joined up with them, it will be the beginning of the Iron Four. Well, it's just a comic book story, though. Chris.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. Man and woman daughter at table, both in purple, lower right. The lady says, why did we come to a bar like this? We should have picked a bar with a better atmosphere. I heard the Durandals entered port. I should have picked the observation room instead. But then again, the waitress here, Mayumi, is really nice. She's like a sweet older sister. The man complains about the guy going on about the comics. Quote, I don't care if it's an iron or an ironing board. I just wish he'd be a little quieter.
I know you haven't ever been, or you never were a frequent bartender.
I've been to a bar 6-7 times ever.
Yeah.
So, I've got some experience.
What's the worst bar atmosphere that you've ever encountered?
I went to a bar in Las Vegas where Danica Patrick and who's the fucking... I can't think of his name. He used to be a basketball player. Now he's a screwball announcer, and he ate the cupcake with the candle that's on fire.
Screwball and...
Tall guy, Bill
Walton.
Yes, Bill Walton.
Yes.
He was there.
Take a bite out of it while it's lit.
While it's lit?
Say, oh, I'm kidding. This is an excellent shirt, by the way. I've got one of those.
If this is your shirt.
That's my shirt.
It is.
Doubted whether you actually drove to Temecula.
No, I went to Temecula and brought you some dirt.
Don't.
You do it like this. You get it. You sort of rub it on. You get it. And then you just sort of, okay, now I'm ready to go.
And a lot of people were tittering and tattering about trying to get autographs from them while I was just trying to drink Fat Tire.
Okay. But the atmosphere was bad?
It was uncomfortable.
I feel like if Bill Walton's the bar, the atmosphere is good.
Not Las Vegas full of tech bro shit.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a CES thing.
Do you remember the existence of creakers?
Yeah, I know about Creekers. I went into Creekers exactly once. That's one of my 7-bar experiences.
If you ever go,
Jesus.
if you were to ever go in there when there was hardly anybody in there,
Did that ever happen?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like real weird vibes.
Yeah. That's all I got for the Iron Man bar.
Okay, let's go to our treasure, the hotel.
Normal, albeit rustic hotel, wooden floors, crimson carpets, big safe on the left side, which they'll yell at me about if I try to access it.
Mm-hmm.
NPCs. Little girl by the front desk, green skirt,
Yeah.
welcomes me as Shion. She says she's already received payment from Director Guinan. Talking to her makes me go to sleep. HP EP restored, Shion refreshed, but I'm still hungry.
Yes, this is what you have to do to progress the story.
Oh, go to sleep?
Yeah.
Up there? Okay. Lady in pink dress wandering around tells me there's nothing to be afraid of. The family's always like that. That's their way of bonding. Nothing to worry about. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Lady on the bench. Right side, white hair. Final NPC in here. Did you talk to her?
Probably.
All right. My, a customer. Rare to see people in this remote area. There's nothing noteworthy to see here. If you're sightseeing, everyone's been moving to the newly built Sector 36. Well, as for local specialties, this place is known for family fights that occur. Just sit back and watch.
Family fights that occur.
I was thinking about family fights, and you know where I see the most family fights? In my life, like cumulative grand total, what social setting? You can do this. I know you've been to one, even though I've never talked to you about one.
A Catholic church picnic.
That's it. That's
Really?
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. God damn. My second one was buffets, but like Catholic church picnics are definitely where kids start acting crazy and parents fucking beat the shit out of them.
I was going to go with Walmart, but I know you don't go to Walmart for obvious reasons.
Right.
So
Finally, Chris, we can do what you wanted to do and go to Kukai Foundation Sector 27.
37?
27. This place is a bit weirder. On the bottom level, I pass a gated-off statue, a bakery smile shop with Pac-Man logos, and a giant car coming out of one garage next to a red tool chest. 2 outside dining tables are both stocked with fully dressed people and a yellow fire hydrant. Started finding NPCs on the street.
Yes, the first one I spoke with was the Purple Hunchman.
By the statue. Purple Hunchman, by the way, top-tier NPC. That needs to be on our character battle thing at the end.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Purple Hunchman.
Yeah, especially if we have any, slots to fill. Feel?
Jank is also a Purple Hunchman. Like, he ranks very highly.
Okay, is he representative of all Purple Hunchmen, or is he his own Purple Hunchman?
No, all the Purple Hunchmen feed into Purple Hunchman. Like, they boost the power and, like, give it, like, the top NPC power.
Gotcha, okay. God, I'm going to go to a Catholic church picnic this summer and see if I can get a fight with my family.
Okay, great, yeah. I have one of the kids screwing off incorrectly. Like, Dad, I want to win this fucking Lion King poster on the ring toss. And you're like, son, it's rigged. You're not going to win it. Get the hell out of here. You're going to get this Daffy Duck statue at the ball toss. So what's the purple guy say, Chris? Purple Hunchman.
Oh, we haven't talked about it yet.
No,
Sorry.
we haven't.
This statue is a self-professed acquaintance of a classmate that lived next door to the second cousin of Director Guinan, who built this town. So basically, it's a statue of someone who has nothing to do with this town. Why is something like that here, you ask? If I knew that, it would make my life easier. It's such a nuisance. One day, I'm going to knock that thing down. Just you watch.
That reminds me of when you go, there's like a statue of Tupac in Belgium or something like that, and it's like, what's that doing here? You know what I mean? Did he have a lot of impact on the Belgian community? I don't know, maybe.
It's like the Colonel Sanders statue in Japan at the bottom of the river.
I mean, there are many Colonel Sanders statues in Japan. When I started seeing a lot of them, I had to have it explained to me that the Japanese people love KFC for some reason, and they would decorate the Colonel Sanders.
Okay.
When I was like, because it was Halloween when I was in Japan, and I was like, what in the fuck is happening with Colonel Sanders? I'm from Kentucky.
You want to go near the Pac-Man bakery?
No, I want to ask you another question about statues. Who would you build a statue of if you could?
Kermit the Frog.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Excellent. Scale height, too, like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
I would go with Optimus Prime, 27 feet tall.
Okay, there you go. That one would be good, too. I guess if we could do a Gundam statue like in Japan, but, you know.
There's already so many of those, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little girl in the red by the bakery. Oh, it's dangerous to stand here. Everyone hits their head on the ladder that's lowered from above. Mm-hmm. Another hint about making this sector a dungeon. Lady with pigtails and purple at the bakery counter. Loves this bakery, but confesses that the baker is very odd. Quote, he's never shown himself in public, and there are very few people who have ever seen the baker, even among those living in this town. She always tells me about a local, his name's Johnny, who stops by every day to court Mina, the girl at the counter.
Johnny is the local weirdo, basically,
Oh, yeah,
right?
Definitely. Which is great, because then we can go talk to Johnny.
Yeah.
What, you got a problem with me? If not, then hurry up and get lost. I'm not on exhibit, you know? Can't you even understand something as simple as that? If you're around, Mina will see me. Hurry up and get lost. Chris, is this a stalking situation?
It is. Did you talk to him again?
Yup.
Yep. Oh, Mina, you are so beautiful. Just watching you makes me weak in the knees.
Whacking off, Chris.
Does whacking off make you weak in the knees? Fake net.
Initializing fake net.
Weak knees or knee pain are frequently caused by ligament sprains, muscle strains, osteoarthritic cartilage damage, and tool-assisted speedruns of whacking off.
Thank you.
Great question. I don't know that I've done that standing up in recent memory. Mina, we can talk to her now. Behind the counter. Offers me bread. Apologizes for father being strange. Says he's shy, but a great baker. He's a tremendously shy person. He's never shown himself in public. People find that intriguing, and there's all sorts of rumors going around. Chris, is her father the guy that there's a statue of?
Oh, maybe. Can you think of any real-world analogs to, like, mysterious baker or mysterious chef that no one knows? Because I feel like every time I go somewhere that has, like, an accomplished chef,
Yeah.
the chef will come out and, like, walk around and make his rounds and say how you like and everything.
That's never happened to me. Just like the owner of the Applebee's, I don't really eat at a lot of places that cost a lot of food, so there's no like a good chef.
Costs a lot of food?
That's right. Costs a lot of money for the food is what meant to come out of the mouth there, but didn't.
We used to do stuff like that before we had kids, and we go to like the John Veronese would come out and ask you if the food was nice.
Yeah. The only accomplished chef I know is the main character of The Menu.
John Veronese is the only one I can think of because his restaurant is called Veronese. Sorry.
Nice, good.
I'm sure he's been on the Food Network before.
Well, Jim McDonald didn't come out to ask my quarter pounder. Was
what's that guy's name in Terranigma?
Michael Keaton.
Mick. His name was just Mick.
Yeah, it was like Mick. I don't know what the fuck.
McDonald. Yeah.
My next note for Mina is when she's done talking, a cat walks out and meows. Shion watches it walk past, and Mina kind of freaks out, accusing the cat of being a thief and taking the bread again. She asks if he's listening. Quote, your stray cat came and stole bread from us again. Now enough is enough. Please let Mr. King know that I'll be coming by to collect payment.
Oh, I missed this.
Johnny doesn't say shit, Chris. King is distributing his cats and terrorizing the world to steal bread.
Is Johnny a Kingsman?
I think he is a king goon.
Okay.
A king lackey. Kingsman's probably better, but it has different implications due to the movie Kingsman. Lady at the dining table by herself. She tells us Johnny is one of King's right-hand men.
Oh, there you go.
He seems to have a crush on the baker's daughter, but having to look at that pathetic display every day will make any love fade. King, he's the leader of the roughnecks that control this town. He never lifts a finger to work and just plays with his cat all day. He's a complete softie around that cat. There was a time when he was going around saying that he gave Guinan his directorship position. So King, liar, softie, gang leader, catman.
Sinner.
That's right.
You want to go up the stairs and go to the dry cleaners?
E6.
Huh?
East 6. The place says E6.
E6.
And you walk up those stairs.
Oh, the warehouse. Yeah, go ahead.
Guy out front says this is King's warehouse.
Yep.
Quote, there's a swarm of thugs inside. If you've got no business there, you're better off staying out. I love the term swarm of thugs.
Yeah.
Inside, it's totally a greaser dude lair. Punching bag, old golden car in the center that they're working on, dudes sitting on chairs hanging out, and a fucking motorcycle in the back.
Did you see the graffiti on the wall?
A loft up top by a guard guarding a door. No, what's that graffiti say?
Made in heaven.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Just like me.
Tifa.
Yeah. And by the way, the guy out front before we went in here told us that the guys often talk about how King would give up the lives of his underlings for a cat.
That's right.
Very
so
big,
would I.
Very big catman.
If I had any underlings, I would sacrifice them for my cat Arthur's well-being.
Good. We speak with King himself, and he asks us who the hell we are. He's doing some boxing over here, by the way. He's just punching the bag over and over. He says that he's the guy who runs everything behind the scenes at the Foundation, which I believe is verifiably false. He says perfect timing. We'll see if you can keep that look on your face after you see my powers.
What's he do then?
He powers up and beats up a punching bag until it explodes like everything else explodes in this game.
You scared? I bet you are. Cat got your tongue? But then what happens?
Cat
walks by and meows.
Walks on the screen. He stares, starts talking about his darling Francois. King's darling Francois, that is. Then he runs off with Francois because he loves Francois so much, I guess.
I was so worried about you. Wait, where are you going? Don't do anything naughty now. Did you blow up his punching bag, then talk to him again?
His punching bag was already blown up in my case. He blew it up himself.
Well, I walked back, I left, came back in, blew up the punching bag myself.
Oh, cool.
Then I talked to him.
Yeah, what happened?
He said, you're not half bad. How about you come work for me? You'll get to do whatever you want in this city. First, I'll teach you how to take care of cats. Isn't that incredible?
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there a... What do we call them? Lackey, a gang of lackeys or swarm of thugs?
Bunch of fuckers?
Swarm of thugs.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a swarm of thugs in Kislev Xenogears that beat up...
The Kislev steam team?
Oh, no, it's Rico's gang.
Oh, yeah, Rico's goons.
Yeah.
Suzarn. Come on, let's do it. Suzarn.
Susan.
That's it. That's all I got. All I got is Suzarn, the last one, the fucking witch thing. Shit.
It was so funny. They just put random sprites in for those guys.
Yeah, faked out. What's the rest of Rico's gang, please?
Initializing fake net.
The baptism ceremony in Xenogears consists of Leonardo, Heinrich, Vargas, and Susan. Suzanne.
Thank you.
Piss off.
The first guy when you walk in says King loves cats so much he'd easily give up the life of one of his underlings for a cat. Don't you think we're really patient to put up with that? His buddy tells me I better head out if I know it's good for me. Oh, my note about King is he was doing CQC. That's all I ever...
Oh, great.
Yeah.
CQC, great video game mechanic. Actually, it was pretty good once they got it kind of worked out.
I don't know. It was kind of tedious a little bit. Like, Metal Gear 3 was not the best place for that, but...
I liked how you had multiple options once you grabbed the bad guy to do things, like slam on the ground, grab the neck, whereas in previous games you didn't have those options.
But, like, here's the problem, is I got to push the PS2 DualShock 2 buttons in slightly harder, and once those controllers got old and ratty, say after 25 years, it becomes a little bit more of a task.
Maybe my memories of that are flavored by later Metal Gear games.
Chris is actually thinking Metal Gear 4.
Or 5. Or Peace Walker, which worked pretty good in that, too. Anyway.
Worker in the back. He asked Mr. King if I'm scared of Mr. King. There's something more frightening than the way he changes when he talks to his cats. Oh, that's a taboo subject in this town. And is he talking about how King fronts as a tough guy, but he talks to a cat like a baby?
I think so, yeah.
Not socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Guy in black, purple hair.
Are we upstairs now?
No, we're not.
Okay, go ahead.
He walks around and dances in front of people like Chris Pontius in early Jackass films. Dance, dance, dance. Well, pretty cool, huh? I'm going to spread this dance throughout the foundation.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
And then I think we're up now. Bouncer by the loft door.
Did we already blow the car up?
No, we didn't. I blew the car up last.
Okay.
I was afraid of what would happen to me.
Yeah.
You want to blow it up now?
No, go ahead.
All right. Bouncer says there's no switch behind him, not to concern myself with unnecessary things.
The Bouncer.
Soldier guy in green, also on the loft, upstairs, back right. This is Master King's exclusive deal-making area.
Ooh, I love deal-making areas.
This is no place for tourists like you. Chris, you got a favorite deal-making area?
Back in the age of paper tickets, I used to buy paper tickets off people to go to games and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
People that were trying to offload their tickets last minute.
Barter.
Yeah, on Craigslist and whatnot.
Yeah.
And my favorite deal-making place for that was often a gas station.
Oh, nice. Meet at a gas station.
Gas
Fuck
station.
the police station. We're going to the Thorntons.
Yeah.
This is my favorite deal-making area, but I bought a Transformer from a guy in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Mirage Ford GT40, and he sold it to me for a good price, which is nice, but I had to go into his house and look at all of his Transformers for 10 to 15 minutes before I could make the deal.
Oh, you had to humor him.
Yeah, I had to look and admire his things.
Cool. Great. Love tickets. Love Transformers.
Everything's great.
Love sports.
Yep. The door on the left leads to the loft, leads to the hallway, to passageway, out the doors. It's like a in-between hallway area thing.
Yeah.
Which might be good for a dungeon to get around some enemies later.
Perhaps.
Last thing I did was blow up that car. Chris, what happens when you blow up the car?
When you blow up the guy's car, he wonders if he was dreaming or something because his car has disappeared.
Yeah.
It's like he didn't see us do it. We just vaporized it, which I guess we are using that vaporizer plug-in.
Yeah, it's like prototype shit.
Yeah.
Nobody else has that.
Yeah, so...
That wasn't the last thing I did, because I also blew up the container in the back, which has a grimace purple monster thing from Talk to Me at the dock colony. His name's Pink Bug.
Oh, I missed this.
Oh, man. You're back there blowing shit up, and if you hit the button too fast, you will also blow this motherfucking thing up.
Oh, you told me about this. I bet I did
Don't
it.
blow it up.
I bet I blew it up.
Damn it. I don't blow it up. Instead, I talk to it. It asks if I'm Tom's friend. He's glad Tom is doing okay, and it really bothers him that he couldn't say goodbye to Tom. It offers to tell me stories. I pick, tell me a somewhat interesting story. He tells me the bartender robot on the Elsa has a passport. I need to play the card game. So that's cool. I say, tell me a pretty good story. He says, you can get a lot out of reading your email often. I say, that's cool. I say, tell me a good story. He says, it seems that specific enemies sometimes have segment keys too. I'm like, that's tight. Tell me one more great story. He says, in the Durandal's observation room, there's a segment key on the ground shaded by a potted tree. You'll need to look very carefully for it. Finally, I exit that western door that leads to the passageway.
Nice secrets.
Thanks. I entered the laundry service from the back through that. And which way do you want to go into the laundry?
Let's go into the laundry from the back. That's fine.
Okay. That leads to the laundry service. Lavar. Lavare, is that French?
Lavare? Yeah, dry cleaning lavare, sure.
Initializing fake net.
It means wash. In Italian, you incredible nincompoops.
We enter upstairs where there's a triple sink dish prep area. The floor below is a double desk with 2 identical placemats along with a bunch of bookcases and a closet. I, of course, blow up the closets. I get some ether upgrades, 1200G, and a segment address number 3.
Yes.
I exit through that south door and find a room with 2 giant water heaters, some kind of, temperature-controlled press device, and a table with a bunch of laundry on it. Are those water heaters or dryers? One has PM Card B in it. I don't know. Upstairs is a framed white suit mounted to a wall. What's inside that suit if you try to access it?
I don't know.
A fish detector.
Oh, I missed the fish detector.
It's in the pocket of the suit.
Can I still get the fish detector?
Oh, of course you can. You can go get anything in this game through that use of the encephalon.
Will this be in the encephalon?
I don't know. You can go back there. It's
Probably
fine.
just go back there.
Yeah. The final room is divided into 2 areas. One's an entryway with a few open racks of clothes. I guess this is where you pick shit up. The other is a back room with a bunch of rotating clothing racks, press machines. You know what that meant? I have no idea what I meant by press machine. Oh, press to press the clothes. Okay.
Press the clothes. Iron the clothes.
A cash register and a ladder that I cannot seem to reach. Also, we talk about how there's these stores in these city sectors and how they thought what we need in this game is a laundry service. Was this all to service the suit with the fish detector?
That's a great question, Eric. I don't know, because there's a lot of, bespoke assets in this place, right? I seriously doubt any of these are going to be used again. Maybe they're using...
I think it's like Timmy spent 2 weeks building a laundry service. Do we put this in the game?
It's possible they also just had this stuff, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Just setting it around. NPCs. Lady with blue hair by the water heaters. I'm just a part-timer here, so I don't know the details, but this family sure does love arguing. Inherit the shop, not inherit the shop. Then I'm leaving. No, I'm throwing you out. I really don't know how they never get tired of it. Chris, is there always familial strife across all of these shops?
I think that goes hand in hand with like family business, right?
Yeah, just always arguing.
Everything in this, at least in this sector, is part of the family business. You think so?
Yeah.
There's no corporate overlords, despite the fact this place is ruled by corporate overlords.
Yeah, it's
what I mean?
Die, fucker, give me the family inheritance.
Yes. Do you think that these people have to pay like a tribute to the Kukai Foundation taxes?
That's a great question.
Are
there taxes here? Do we have enough information to know if there's taxes in the Kukai Foundation?
It's been a while since I've really gone through the glossary, so in a future episode, we're going to go through the glossary to see if we can find any information about are the mutants taxed?
That's right. Or if maybe if you're a mutant, you're not taxed. Like that's your mutant privilege.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps, yeah.
Lady in orange white dress, brown bunned hair, walking around. Really, that little troublemaker of mine. He never helps with work and just wanders off. I wish he'd be a good son like Macaulay Culkin and take over the cleaners, but then he started talking about becoming a soldier. That boy's got no respect. All soldiers die horrible deaths. I'll never let him become one. It's out of the question. I'm going to make him take over the shop.
Cool. I'm glad that this lady's expressing her opinion on soldiers. Xenogears had it wasn't as direct as this, but it had a subtle sort of commentary on the ills of sending your sons off to war and whatnot.
Right,
there are several NPCs that talked about stuff like that. That one son that didn't come back, the one that did, stuff like that.
And the store, right?
Yeah.
In Ave.
And this game doesn't express itself as much as Xenogears did through its NPCs, because there were a lot more towns in that, but it's in the same kind of genre of NPCs and expression.
There's a little boy is wandering around. He's the son, so she's talking about a child.
Yes. He says, why are we running a cleaners in this day and age anyway? You can just leave that job to a laundry machine. You know what he said? He said, you can just leave.
Yeah.
A cleaners is so not cool. Mom doesn't understand how a man feels. I don't care about that stubborn fool. I'm leaving this house.
I'm going to become a soldier no matter what it takes.
Cool. He is. Great. Is that going to pay off? Who knows?
No. Green hair lady, stationary by the clothing racks. Oh, that prodigal son? He's a headache. He makes such a racket saying he'll run away from home and never come back whenever his mother scolds him. And then the very next day, he's right back at home. He's such a troublemaker. When he runs away from home, he always leaves using that ladder. He's probably got a good hiding place somewhere. You're in my way and I can't work. Would you mind moving? So Chris, that's another hint for when this is Dungeon Zone. Climb the ladder, find some shit.
Good. I can't wait.
Next, I went to the roof outside Sector 27. NPCs. Blonde-haired boy parading in front of the laundry service. Sniffs me out as a tourist. Says there's a lot of things to see at the Foundation. The colony skyscraper, the Durandal, the beach, and the huge eggs maintenance facility. This has got to be the most interesting colony around.
It is significantly more interesting than the Dock Colony. That's a colony too, right?
But I don't know if it's more interesting. It's just a different vibe here. Much different vibe. Like Dock Colony's like a dirge, like gross, like we're just fucking getting by. This is like we're living the life here. Like, our personal lives are total shit, but it looks nice. We got a beach.
Yeah, let's just put all our chips in with Kukai Foundation. I'm sure they're above board and not going to screw us over in the end, right?
No way. Lady in front of LeVar is like, look, man, this is a dry cleaning shop. Tourists don't visit this. Be my guest if you want to come in, though. And I'm like, you're right. I don't have access to any of the other 40 sectors here, lady.
Lady.
Second floor building, north door, somebody's house. Bookshelves, a bed, one guy in here by a desk.
It's the peeking guy.
Yeah, maybe. What's he say?
I go inside the door and speak with this guy who tells me the boss here says that skills should be learned from observation. Is that the right guy?
No, but we can just go ahead and talk about that
Okay,
guy.
This is a room on the somewhere in this kind of roofy, catwalky area on the
Chris,
upper
roofy
portions.
means something different.
You're right, it does. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I go inside of a little door and speak with a guy who tells me that the boss here says that skill should be learned from observation. But meanwhile, he refuses to teach me anything. That's why I peek at the boss's work from here. Oh, please, don't tell anyone about this. So there's a bookcase in there that you can blow up.
Yeah.
I blow up the bookcase and I can take a peek at the kitchen next door. It's weird.
Just look through it.
That's it.
Stare at some stuff.
I think I'm going to be able to,
Chris.
Yeah, to be able to peek at some bad guys or something later, I'm assuming.
Badguypeeking.com.
Yes, I then took the ladder down and pressed a switch to drop the ladder to create a cool shortcut, I guess.
Nice.
Anyway.
What'd you do next? Or do you mean talk about the original guy?
Yeah.
Bookshelf guy? Green fit? Green hair? What is it? I'm on break right now. Please don't bother me during my precious time off. I'm the type that just can't sit still when books aren't arranged neatly on bookshelves. I tidy up every day. I'm like, Chris, this is me.
Yeah.
These books were given to us by the Little Master. Apparently, they're considered antiques on the market, and I hear you could easily buy a large cruiser with just the books we have here. Of course, these books are meant to be read, so I would never let them go. Chris, you got any expensive books?
Me personally?
Yeah, what do you got? What's your most, treasured? Not like, I like this book. You got, an expensive book.
Shit, dude. I don't think I do have any expensive books.
I think you do. That RPG book by 8-Bit, what is it?
Oh, I've got the...
That was like $50. That's an expensive book.
Okay, so you're just talking about expensive books?
Hell yeah, expensive books.
Okay, I've got the both volumes of the Jonathan Hickman collected Fantastic Four comics.
There you go. Expensive
those
book.
were each those were each probably normally $100. I don't think I paid $100 for them,
dude.
but they're
valuable.
nice.
Yeah, are those in plastic sleeves?
Yes.
Hell
yes.
yeah.
You want to borrow one?
No, I don't.
It's good.
I don't know anything about the Fantastic, what'd you call them, 4?
Yeah, you don't have to.
That's okay.
I didn't either.
It's all right. I don't want to read. Dude, I have cats that throw up all the time. It would happen in the book. The throw up would get on the book. I cannot borrow your book.
Okay. Thank you for not borrowing my book, I guess. Yeah, I've got a couple of other things like that too. But what about you, Eric?
Oh, I don't have shit.
We do also have in this house, if you inspect some bookshelves, some very, very old leather-bound classics like Huckleberry Finn and whatnot that were passed down from my wife's grandfather.
You got the Necronomicon back there, bound in human skin?
No, but there is a book which is not displayed on the shelf. It's actually turned the other way, so you can't see the spine of the book.
Has it got nudity?
My wife's grandfather was a history buff.
Hell yeah.
And there is a book called Hitler.
Oh, okay.
It's a historical account of Hitler.
Okay.
But I just don't want that on my bookshelf.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but it's a family heirloom. Yeah, my father's got Nazi plates. Come down and see them.
Yeah. So I don't know where to put it other than a bookshelf.
I think the attic is where you put that.
Oh, yeah. But do I really want a book about Hitler to be in the attic above my son's room? What if it rubs off on him?
Yeah, it could beam down powers.
What if he finds it and thinks it's ancient lore?
How often it's from your wife's side of the family?
Yeah.
That makes it tough for you to throw away. You need to just throw it away and act like you don't know what happened to it. Gaslight your spouse. It works all the time.
Woohoo!
It is just a historical account, I believe. It's
not
Mein Kampf.
It's just weird. You don't have copies of Mein Kampf.
No.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I've amended my answer from I don't have shit to my most expensive book is the manual to Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Oh, yeah. I've got the manual to Final Fantasy III on Super Nintendo.
There you go.
I think.
It's an expensive book.
Yeah.
You can get some money for that.
I've got, how much do you think the Xenosaga Brady Games official strategy guide goes
FakeNet,
for?
how much is that going for on eBay? I'm going to guess $9.
Initializing FakeNet.
It last sold on November 19th for 99 cents.
I blew up the bookshelf, creating access to the next room, which the south door outside would have led to. There's a poster in here of a bikini girl riding a massive baguette. This is real.
Oh, I feel like I would have remembered that if I would have found it. Whoops.
Another poster next to it is a man in an apron. There's also an unmade bed along with magazines and vinyl records all over the floor. One NPC in here in red, he says, man, the boss uses people like slaves. And then he says he's too shy and won't even set foot outside the shop. Good grief. This is the baker. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The one who's agoraphobic or whatever. The two doors in the south wall present long hallways that go to nothing, that go to each other. Will this be a dungeon later? Outside of that, there's a second level 27 on some metal catwalk. Is a guy in green. Tells me there's a treasure box on the roof, but doesn't know how to get to it.
Yeah.
I've lived in this town for years, but still been able to get to the roof of that building. I wonder who put it up there. Level designers built this, not town planners.
There's a ludonarrative dissonance in this town.
Mm-hmm.
That's the vibe.
When I leave, I do something that Chris didn't. I get an email from a Talk to Me Robot Pink Bug.
Oh, cool.
He sent Shion a picture of herself from when they spoke.
Oh, okay.
Pink Bug calls attention to the top left of the picture where a ghost resides. The ghost is Alan's head. Pink Bug says, it seems like this ghost is really fond of you, Shion. He must have become a spirit and traveled all the way here. Don't worry, he seems like a nice ghost. Okay, then, take care, bye. Chris, what did that mean?
I have no idea.
I think it means like Alan's soul is hovering over Shion and it's a secret admirer type thing. Like this man
it's a
cares
secret
for
admirer.
you.
Okay, I thought
Shion always ignores him, but this ghost, Alan wants Shion.
Okay, I was thinking more along the lines of like maybe it was a representative of Shion's the trauma that she's carrying about.
Is Alan?
No, the Kevin. The Kevin death is Shion's trauma, right?
Well, yeah, but the ghost is Alan's head.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the ghost has a fucked up sense of irony.
Yeah. You should care about this man.
Yeah.
Look toward the life.
That's pretty funny.
All right, well, next I use the damn fish detector that you completely ignored. You want to hear what happens when you do that?
I do.
Okay. I go to the beach. The crashing waves return.
Mm-hmm.
I get in that water. The video game tells me I can catch fish if I use a fish detector. I wait for a prompt or something, but no, I think I just have to run up to fish and snatch them. I caught a big fish. It has the engagement ring inside its mouth. I also caught a small fish with a med kit and another one with the speed stem.
Oh.
I caught all the fish, then I leave. Let's go give that shit back.
Okay.
Go back to Sector 2627, Iron Man Bar. I give the crestfallen lady the pink engagement ring. She says, this is my engagement ring and you went and found it for me. Sniff sob, thank you. Now I can go to him. This is just a token of my appreciation. Please take it. I think it'll come in handy. And then she gives me Decoder 8.
Oh, do we have the that door access to that door yet?
I don't have a note for that, but maybe.
Probably.
And that's all I did before I went back to the hotel and went back to sleep.
That's all the exploring we've got time for today. But if you would like, we can now consult the RealNet.
Let's do it.
To see what they think about our exploits.
Initializing RealNet.
Hello, RealNet. Welcome back to the program. Thank you for joining us on this Black Friday episode. It's our discounted episode where we pay you to listen to the podcast.
Parody.
Well, parody, allegedly. No, just parody. Cliff Racer says, it's interesting to see what games kept the Super Nintendo/PlayStation Godzilla Stomp City map versus which ones went seamless.
That's a good point. Because Final Fantasy X was like prided itself on, there's no world map. You just walk through. And I'm just like, I'm not walking through the world. It's fucking hallways.
Yeah. Love hallways. Eric Fanon says, the phrase, the future is a dead mall, is something I keep going back to for the internet in general. There's one or two big stores, but everything else is dying or dead, largely because it's run by people who don't know how to make things sustainable.
I haven't been into a mall since COVID, honestly, but last time I was there, the middle shops things were like just knockoff NES Lite or classic minis.
Yeah, they're
like
still
that pirate shit like AliExpress, just the store.
Yeah, and they look like shit. Their demos are on like
stretched 16:9.
Exactly, that's what I was trying to get at. Yeah, it's bad. My kids always ask about it. I'm like, those things are shitty.
Do they respect your opinion on video games? Because I do. I think you have a good opinion on video games.
Sometimes they do. When I tell them that they should play the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC that I bought them because I bought it for them, and they say, we're going to play Minecraft, I'm like, you should just play that because I bought it for you, and you should play it because you asked me to buy it for you, and I bought it for you. So you play it in the car while we were driving a long distance, and then you didn't play it. But other than that, I mean, my kids like...
They like what they like.
They like Vampire Survivors, they like Minecraft, and that's about it right now.
It does suck when you buy them what is perhaps a quality thing, and instead they go toward the safe and familiar, even at a young age.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, Minecraft is such a playground that I think we would have loved that shit too back then.
I mean, I played Minecraft for like a month. I enjoyed it. I could keep playing it if I wanted, but...
Yeah, there's just... Especially when you have somebody to play with you all the time and you can like make obstacle courses for each other and like build things together and stuff like that. They enjoy doing stuff like that. So I guess it's a twin thing or a brother thing. Mel Cosmic Crown says Shion should ask her pen pal Kazuya Mishima what kind of feline king is supposed to be.
That's a great pull, of course. It's like, there's a man who calls himself king. I don't know. Do you know a king? Kazuya knows two kings.
That's true. Armor King.
Armor King.
Eric Fanon says, how, when, and why people or machines can kill Gnosis still confuses me. Like, they talk about how Junior and crew kill lots of Gnosis, then the whole point of Cosmos project was to have a weapon that's effective against Gnosis.
Yeah. They can Hilbert them instantly and crystallize them and shit. Like I think there are multiple Gnosis killing methods, and Cosmos would just search for efficiency in a compact robot form.
Yeah. Eggs are supposed to kill them, but lost horribly against the Waglindi attack.
Eggs!
I'm going to press that every time.
So you're trying to make that happen.
Yeah. I'm making that a thing. I'm sorry. Cliff Racer points out the Durandal is equipped with 100 series Realians, which can also use Hilbert effect. The Waglinde was supposed to have them. You can see the seats on the bridge they were supposed to sit in, but this was sent out before being equipped with them.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of chatter on the Waglinde about how it was not a complete crew
Yeah, the
yet.
shit's not done.
Yeah. Some good Choaniki gifts here up here in the real net.
Aniki.
Choaniki. Aniki. Choaniki. Choaniki.
I've only played the Saturn version. I've not played any other Choanikis.
Eric Vernon says, man, only having 7 bar experiences. Whitaker says, that's why bar experiences Georg exist to pull up the average. Georg Prime. Georg's been to a lot of bars and taverns.
I didn't start drinking alcohol until I was like 25, so I missed like the prime bar time.
Yeah. Eric Vernon says, a local bar in my area is the image of the dive bar on Wikipedia.
Nice. That's real good.
Proto dive bar, yeah.
Dive bar prime.
It's called the Marriage Breaker.
Great. Good.
Broken Echo 1 says Grimace should make rounds asking if you like your McFlurry.
Totally.
If you want like your Grimace shake.
I don't think McDonald's is going to staff an on-site Grimace, but they should.
Psycho Paladin Jr. takes a stab at the Rico gang. Leonardo, Vargas, and Heinrich.
That's right.
All those right?
Leonardo and Vargas, I think is Heinrich. I don't remember, but I can see it. I can see the Heinrich and the Xenogears font in my head.
Cuddle Puddle says a friend's family 100% has her great-grandfather's Nazi gear on a shelf.
Okay.
I mean, these things happen, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, the generation's dying off, but dudes who are very into World War II are susceptible to stuff like that. It's just when you've got American Beauty father that has the Nazi plates in like the fine china cabinet that you've got a problem.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Cliff Racer, thank you for posting a screenshot of the pink bug email with Alan's face on the thing.
Yeah.
Cliff Racer says this has to be seen to be believed, and for a moment I thought Eric was making this up.
No, that's real.
That's why I didn't internalize the fact that Alan's head was just
floating.
floating.
What are you talking about Kevin for, dude? It's clearly Alan.
Yeah.
This is not an interpretive ghost.
Andy Hoof says if your kids get into Fortnite, you know what you must do. They only occasionally play Fortnite, like if they have a friend over or something that also plays.
You don't have to pay your kids off in V-Bucks or Roblox bucks. You're in a pretty good position.
Yeah, they will occasionally ask for that kind of stuff, and I'm like, all right, I'll give you some V-Bucks, but you have to go give me $10, and then I'll buy you some, or whatever it costs. Yeah, they've never asked for Roblox money because Roblox sucks. And I think they recognize that it sucks.
Okay.
They do have fun with it sometimes.
Children of taste.
Yeah.
Father, our standards are far better than what you expect.
No, they'll play it, but it doesn't last. They're back into Vampire Survivor-like games right now, so that's good.
Ass games.
Yeah, ass games, auto-scrolling survival games, which is good. We played some Vampire Survivors last night. Great in multiplayer. Anyway.
Chris appears to have cut himself off here, but I think he was getting ready to thank the Real Net for joining us tonight.
This episode has been a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on November 24th, 2023. You can reach us by email at podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com. You can find us on Twitter, twitter.com/retroamnesiapod. Is that what it's called? x.com/that. We're on YouTube too. You can like, subscribe, comment on there too. If you have a comment about the episode, that's a good place to put it, Thank you, Mark Shepard, for the introductory music.
It is my fault.
And thank you, World Sin, for the podcast artwork. Until next time, Eric.
Sayonara, baby.
Until next time, Junior.
Sayonara, baby.
Until next time, Ziggy.
Perhaps interference still lingers within me. Perhaps.
Stomach pains, diarrhea.
But it was just, I found it. And it's,
can you tell me what did it like?
I'm going to play it for you now.
Okay.
I think you should be able to hear it out of those headphones right there.
Eggs!
Eggs?
Eggs!
I mean, it's eggs. I assume it's from this video game.
Yeah, but I knew that there was somebody in this game that just went, eggs! Eggs!
A 100 series? A 100
That's
series?
Momo when she calls in eggs.
Okay.
and I couldn't figure out how to reproduce it. Or like I thought maybe it was Shion or it was from a different game, but I always hear that in my head whenever somebody says eggs in the context of this game.
Eggs.
I hear eggs. So, just one.
Having never summoned an eggs,
I didn't find it by summoning an eggs because I haven't assigned an eggs to Momo yet in my game. I started looking. I found a character soundboard for every character in Xenosaga.
Eggs.
And copied some sounds.
Eggs! Sayonara, baby!
All right. Look at that. Look at my guy. Pushing all kinds of buttons, making all kinds of shit happening. Yeah, it's fun as hell.
It's this guy named Dan, I think.
Dan Folding.
Who makes really good YouTube videos.
Makes good ideas.
Everyone already acknowledges the contributions of Junior's crew in the Durandal and have made the Federation
We're going to cut my story and leave it for the outtakes. Listen to it later, but I'll tell you now.
Okay.
We can cut it.
All right.
I stole some photo negatives. I didn't steal. It was in a junked out card, and wouldn't it be funny if we developed these? So I developed the photo negatives at the store where you develop pictures.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I know the store.
And the guy who developed them said, "How do you know?" And I went, "Excuse me?" Because they were pictures of these girls in wearing clothing, but in a shower. Like bikini stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what are these doing here? And I had to make shit up about how I knew. And then those pictures stayed on a refrigerator for the next 5 years.
I remember those pictures. Now, what was the story that you made up?
Oh God, I don't even know. I was bad at improvising at that point. I was just like, I think I said like, I don't know, they're my friends. I'm developing for him thing. I found them in a Civic in a junkyard.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, did she die in this? I don't know.
Good. Scavengers.
Chris, you ready to go? I ran around our little city this morning, and I ran by a place called a canine bar. You can bring your dog.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that place requires a membership.
Oh shit! Fuck that.
Yeah,
that's not in the spirit of bars and camaraderie.
It's probably a liability thing. Like you gotta get a membership and show your dog's been vaccinated or whatever. Yeah,
yeah. So if your dog bites someone, it's on you, buddy.
Real strange vibes. Like
comfortable.
A band playing and there's like 2 drunk girls dancing with each other and there's like 4 old guys sitting at the bar. That's it.
Were you also by yourself here or were you there with someone?
I was there with someone. Couldn't tell you who it is.
Okay, good. But somebody else has shared this memory.
I'm sure we went there ironically.
Yeah, let's go to Creekers. Great.
I don't think it exists anymore.
No, that closed like 10 years ago.
The big boy statue in Muhlenberg County is missing.
Oh no.
Yeah,
you can't devastate a small county by taking away the big boy statue.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Anyway.
Soldier guy in green, loft on the back right. I already said this shit. Fuck it. My bad. One leads to the storeroom with shovels, bags of shit, and farm supplies. Guy in red here doing stretches.
There's a lot of stretch animations in this game.
Oh yeah, some good calisthenics.
It makes me
think of Laguna.
Relate with these characters.
Yeah. The boss here says that skill should be learned through observation, but meanwhile, I refuse to teach me anything. Oh, you already did this.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
That's future. That's current. It's capitalism. Yes.
Chris, where'd you go first?
I went to City Sector 26 and 27.
God damn it. I have to shuffle my notes because I did not go there first.
Oh, we can go. I can switch.
No, I will shuffle my notes.
Okay.
Let's go there. City Sector.
We speak with King. Do you want to speak with King first?
We can do that.
Okay. Okay, let's do this.
Playtime's over!